Sir.
State it will not happen.
So all of you concentrate and with ready-made resume only you will be sent out. ఎవరైనా రెజ్యూమ్ రాయలేదంటే వాళ్ళు ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పోతుంది సాయంత్రం వరకు. సో సార్ చెప్పి స్టెప్స్ ఫాలో అవ్వండి. ఫాలో అయ్యి దాన్ని ఎవరైనా నాయిస్ చేస్తే బయటకు పంపించేస్తున్నారు. సో మీరు పేపర్ తీసుకొని రెజ్యూమ్ రాయాలి. రెజ్యూమ్ all of you take your pen and paper and be ready with resume preparation. Maintain silence now. With CSE, you will have respect. Staff also. Already you have jobs. So our question come from Hyderabad. So we have this morning. That is a follow instructions. What are the end? Any discipline is never done in person. Enjoy prayer only prayer. This time, ask from not your house. Don't want you can go. So we will start with this resume writing workshop by Engineer Shakti Singh sir. He is working in Oakson University. This Oakson University fees itself is 25 lakhs. So, and reputed institute also. So, all of you should take seriously. Our college is also paying a lot of money for their study. So, I will give respect to those persons. Resources were replacing for this program. So meanwhile, I request Asha to introduce sir. Who is your teacher? And he will introduce.
Good morning everyone. It gives me a motivational trainer having a passion to train others for a better and simplified and creative training methods and activities. So Mr. Shakti Singh has a 9 years experience, 9 years and 4 months professional experience, and his present designation is a senior behavioral and practice ERS facilitator, and his present employee as in Oakson University, Hyderabad. So and also other than this, he used to known for as helping students identify strengths and weakness in their activities, and also training students for BTech, MTech and all branches of MBA, BBA and BSc technology etc. and assisting students by setting their academic career goals and also developing students' habits and skills to ensure their success. And he also has working experience in the Boston University, Hyderabad from 1st April 2022 to till date as a senior behavioral practice ethics, responsibility and sustainability facilitator. And he also taking care of e-conducting for video recording, guiding faculty members. And he also taking care of content creation of students handbook for the department. And for the last and the not the least, for our Dean, MBA Dean, Department of MBA Dean, Dr. Gangireni Dhananjay sir, he is taking care very important initiation for this one-page resume writing. So, second member, our doctor, Department of MBA, Dr. R. Vani ma'am, she is also represented here as a faculty teacher, and also Maladri sir, our Department of MBA teacher, and also Training and Development Cell head, and also MBA students faculty member. Thank you.
Support sound with that. So now I request Jagdish Singh sir to take over. We will be here to cooperate and take care of things. Or Malavi sir will be here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And thanks a lot for the warm welcome. I am also impressed with the hospitality given by two of the students. I don't remember their name, but in the morning when I came here, the station, they assisted me, and it was really very nice to see the hospitality provided by them.
Avinash and
Kalyan. Avinash and Kalyan. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Okay. I hope I am audible till the last. My voice is coming to you. It is understandable. You are able to understand what I am speaking? Perfect. Okay. Now, let me understand few questions. The first question is, how many of you are there in final year? Raise your hand. Everybody, right? Okay. Now my second question is, how many of you want to do job? Raise your hand. Very nice. How many of you don't want to do job? There are few people. Okay. So maybe they are going to take care of their family business, or they will do some business which they have thought of. Okay. No worries. Now one thing which is very important over here, I tell you, I have worked with many institutes, many universities. As it was said that I have more than 9 years of experience training students, corporates, I've trained employees. And I have also taken mock drills of group discussion, resume correction, and interview preparation, right? Now let me tell you one thing which is very, very important, and that thing is, the word which is written over here, what is the pronunciation of that word? Yes. Resume. Now understand, the spelling of this word, and again, resume, which we say resume, right? What is the meaning of resume? How many of you tell me? What is the meaning of resume? Sorry? Something which you have stopped and you are continuing again, that is resume. But this word, the pronunciation is resume, right? And let me tell you one thing, fresher candidates, when they are entering in interview hall, if instead of saying resume, they are saying resume, they are rejected. Pronunciation matters a lot, right? It's resume preparation. What is that? Resume. Again. Resume. Very nice. Now, how many of you know what is resume? What do you understand by the term resume? How many of you know this? Anyone? Feel free to speak. Right? It is going to be bilingual, and bilingual means I'll speak in English only, you'll understand in English, right? And second, it is going to be interactive session. Now, if I ask what is resume, what do you understand by the term resume? Have you ever heard this word prior to this? No? How many? Yes. So what is resume? Biodata. Okay. How many of you feel that resume is biodata? Raise your hand. How many of you feel that resume is biodata? Fine. Even if it is not, that is fine. Without that also. Yes. How many of you feel that resume is biodata? Or resume is CV? Raise your hand. The word of this word, CV? Is resume a CV? No? Then what is resume?
Education details and what we had learned all about education.
Very nice. What is the name?
Priyanka.
Let's clap for Priyanka. So all the educational details which we keep on a sheet of paper is resume said by Priyanka. Very nice. Anything else apart from educational details? Sorry? One by one. If you speak one by one, then you will be able to understand. Skill set. Very nice. What else?
Whole description of a person in a single.
Whole description. Very nice. Let's clap for it. What is your name? Harsha. Very nice, Harsha. Whole overall description of a person on a single page. Okay. Now my next question is, what is the difference between resume, biodata and CV? Is there any difference? If yes, then what is the difference?
Resume will be contained professionally and biodata will be personal. It means whole apart from the professional, it will be as a personal profile data.
CV.
See,
Okay, perfect. Very nice. Nice answer given by Priyanka again. So, resume, all the professional details we put on resume, personal details we put on biodata. Right? For example, if you are going for marriage, we take biodata. We don't take resume or CV. Right? Now understand, there is a huge difference between resume and CV as well as biodata. Yes, whatever Priyanka said was correct. Biodata, all the personal details you are going to put, height, age, right? These things. But resume and CV, both are different. How they are different? Being a fresher candidate, you have to prepare your resume. So resume is prepared by freshers. We all are freshers. We don't have any job experience. So we will be preparing resume. That is why we have this workshop called resume writing, right? On the other hand, CV is prepared by experience holders, right? This is the first difference. Resume by freshers, CV by experienced candidates, right? Yes, girl. What is the difference between resume and CV? Just now I told you, you were talking. What is the difference? Resume, the one who is experienced will write resume.
Thank you. Well done.
Don't ask her, she is telling lie. Don't ask her. Believe in yourself. Yes.
On చేస్తున్నా.
Very nice. What is the name? Masiha. Will not talk now. Concentrate. Very. Let's clap for Masiha. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is the first difference. Second difference is whenever you are preparing any resume, it should be of one page. That is why you saw it was written one page resume writing workshop, right? Freshers need to write resume for one page, but it can exceed also if you have lots of skills. If you want to showcase lots of skills, it can exceed also, right? So not more than 2 pages, but try to keep it for 1 page, right? This is about resume. And if we talk about CV, it can be of n number of pages. Will depend on number of experience candidate is having, right? These are the basic 2 differences between resume and CV. We'll move ahead and we'll see the next one. Now if I say resume, what is coming in your mind? Let us know about this resume now, right? So let's discuss this thing. One. Okay. So whenever you are applying for any job initially, you have to take your resume with you, right? You have to give it to the interviewer. The interviewer will go through your resume and the interviewer is going to ask question. Now understand one thing, you are new to the interviewer is new to you, right? Interviewer is not knowing anything about you, neither you know about the interviewer. So what is the first thing that interviewer will come to know about you is the resume. Will go through your resume and will come to know about you. And then is going to ask questions accordingly. Now here what we need to understand is whatever things you are mentioning on that sheet of paper, resume, you need to have complete understanding about that. You don't have to bluff anything. Don't write any false things in resume. Do not copy paste. Suppose he prepared the resume, you have copy pasted everything which he is having, right? Maybe skills will differ. Maybe internship experience will differ. Maybe the project which he has done will differ, right? So you don't have to do copy paste. Prepare your own resume. Next. Now, as I told you, whenever you are going for any job, resume is the beginning, right? Is the first thing that you have to do for any kind of job, right? The next. Now let us understand what is resume, right? So a resume is a summary of your experiences. Now if I am saying experiences, what kind of experiences am I? Because I said that resume is used by freshers. But here I am saying that it is summary of your experiences. What do you mean by experiences over here?
Projects.
Perfect. Projects are internship experiences. So you have to write those things, right? So is a summary of your experience and skills. Will understand how to write our skills relevant to the field of work you are entering. Now understand one thing. Suppose you have prepared a resume. Today I tell you how to prepare. Suppose you have prepared a resume. Now what wrong thing which we are doing every time is the same resume we are applying for different jobs. And as a result, our resume is getting rejected. You know what is the reason behind that? Who will tell me? Why it is getting rejected? Sorry? Yes. Maybe career objective is differing from one job to another job. Second, whatever job role.
Skills from one company to another company, differ the skills they require.
Very nice. Skill set. It differs from one company to another company, right? So whatever job role they are providing, maybe that skill which you have. For example, if people are management students, for example, if you are going for sales profile, right? What is one skill which is very important for sales profile? Who will tell me? Communication is common, it's general, important for all the job roles. Customer relationship, very nice. What else? Interaction, very nice. What else? Negotiation skills, very nice. What else? Patience, okay? In sales, patience is very important. What else? Now the next question is, do we have these kind of skills? If not, this is the right time to inculcate. Right? Skills are developed. Skills you don't get when you are born. It could be developed. Right? How many of you go to gym? No one go to gym. Regular exercise, how many of you do? Yoga, meditation. We only study. Right? That is good. Very nice. That is very nice. Okay. So, skills relevant to the field of work you are applying. Right? So, every job you are applying will be having different resume related to their JD, related to their job description. Right? Getting this? Okay. Next is accomplishment. No, back. It is back. Accomplishment driven marketing tool for individuals seeking employment. If I am saying marketing tool, which means you have to sell yourself. Right? You go to medical shop, they give you medicine, but the same medical shop, next to that shop there is another medical shop. But why you go to that medical shop only? What is the reason behind that? Why you don't go to the next shop? Every time why you go to that shop? Yes, the one with specs. Why you go to the same medical shop?
The shop owner treats well.
The shop owner treats well. Okay, very nice. Any other answer? Trust, right? The way he is selling the medicines. Yes. Experience, right?
They will use strategies by giving discounts or offers.
They will use perfect strategies which maybe the next shopkeeper is not doing. Similarly, whenever you are going in any job interview, you are selling yourself. The best seller will get hired and the worst seller will get fired. Only two things will happen. Either you will be hired or you will be fired. Fired means not this, rejected, right? So, the next one, a resume relates your experience to your career objective. We'll understand how to write career objective. Then, the first meeting between you and the employer, as I told you, you are new to the employer and the employer is new to you. So resume is the first thing which the employer will understand about you, will know about you before you speak about yourself, right? The next one. Overall, it's your first step towards employment. The next. Now, let me ask you one very important question. What is the first and foremost question which is asked in job interview? Tell me something about yourself or introduce yourself, right? And the biggest blunder that students they do by telling about themselves is myself along with their name. Let me tell you, many candidates got rejected by saying this. Myself along with their name. that is grammatically incorrect. How many of you know this? We never say myself along with our name. Sir, if we don't say myself, then what to say? Either you can say I am or my name is. But professionally, I am is the perfect way to say about yourself. So first thing that you are going to share is your name, then what else? Next thing. Where you are from. So how many of you can tell this where you are from in professional way, much professional way? Let me see. One is I am from, but I want much professional way. I belong to, never say I belongs to. Belongs is again incorrect. That is grammatically incorrect. I belong to, what else? What else? Yes. I hail from. H-A-I-L. I hail from. Much professional way of telling where you are from. Getting this? At the back, girl. What is the much professional way? Last. I hail from. Right? Okay. What is the next thing that we are going to speak? Next thing that we are going to speak. Your name, where you are from, then your highest qualification. Highest qualification. Like right now you are doing MBA, so we'll talk about. Want to ask something? Feel free to ask. If you have any question, feel free to ask. I would love to answer those questions, right? So the highest qualification, you have to mention the third thing. What is the fourth thing? See, this I am telling you because this is very important question. Once you are giving the resume, the first question which will be fired to you will be this only. Tell me something about yourself, right? So the fourth thing, programming. What programming? Okay, programming skills. Fourth thing. Technical skills. Okay. Strength and weakness. Now understand again, students, never share your weakness unless it is asked. The time you are sharing your weakness shows that you will not be the right fit for the company. We never share our weakness in front of interviewers unless it is asked, right? So the next thing is your technical traits, technical skills, right? What could be your technical skills? He said programming languages, not programming, languages. What are languages you know? MS Office. MS Office includes what all things? PowerPoint, Word, Excel, and 3 things only, right? What, sir? Only 3 things. Yeah. MS Office, Python, C, C++, Java, and SQL, okay. Database, Internet of Things. There are many programming languages, right? So whatever you know, you have to mention that. You don't have to mention each and every programming language. Once you are mentioning each and everything over there, what will happen? Questions will be raised. So whatever things you are mentioning on the resume, make sure you need to have understanding related to that thing. Getting this? What next? Your personality traits. No. Puppies will not come. No. Your personality traits you have to share. Now my question, very important question, is what do you understand by personality traits? Or what could be your personality trait? Mindset. Okay. Sorry? Behavior. Alright. How many of you know MS Dhoni? Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Many of us we know was ex-captain of Indian cricket team. Can you tell any one personality trait which he was having? Sorry? Patience, very nice. He was also called Captain Cool. Patience, what else? Calm and composed. What else? Leadership quality, very important. What else? Decision making. So Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the only example wherein you will get lots of personality traits. Right? That is why I gave you this example. And whatever things you are sharing, that comes under personality traits. So you need to just think that what kind of personality trait you have, and then you have to share. Right? Then comes hobbies. Playing badminton, if you are saying in the interview, they will not select you. Right? So what kind of hobby you have to share? Suppose for the same sales profile, you are going for sales profile or marketing, right? What hobby you will share? Playing badminton? No? Chess? Reading books is common in general. Will not help you. Reading books, reading newspaper, reading only, no? Yes. Any other thing? Traveling, very nice. Traveling. We can share this thing, traveling. What else?
Analyzing the case studies.
I love case studies. Very good. What else? What else? I love to interact with people on social media. Right? Could be one of your hobbies which is related to sales profile. Now understand, whatever hobbies you have, whatever you play, or for girls we have one common hobby, cooking. Right? That is not at all required. No? Then what is the common hobby for you? Reading. Even if you are not reading, you will say reading is my hobby. Right? Eating. Very nice. Eating is again hobby. But these hobbies you don't have to share over there, right? Getting this? Then your area of interest. After hobby, your area of interest. So what do you understand by this term area of interest? And how you will differ this from hobby? Yes? Anyone would like to try? Okay, in between we'll be doing one exercise, let me see. And that exercise is, I will say hello, you have to say hi, right? Hello? Hi. Everybody will say hello? Hi. Yeah, which means you are concentrating, right? In between I will say, let's see how many of you are concentrating. Okay, so my question is, what do you understand by area of interest? The verb? Yes, very nice. The verb? Which we love or passionate about. Which we love or we are passionate about that verb. So you are passionate about? Paintings, very nice. Playing badminton. Playing cricket. Playing cricket. Rejected. What quite selected.
No area of interest. Anything on?
Traveling, quite selected. Very nice. So you need to understand what kind of area of interest you have related to the job profile. Again, right? It could be your technical area of interest or personal area of interest. It could be related to your technical area of interest also, right? So, a resume is thus a presentation of your academic and professional credentials. Academic and professional. When I am talking about academics, so it is technical skills. When I am talking about personal, it is personality traits, which we just talked about by giving example of MS Dhoni. Right? The next one. Okay. Very important question. How long do you think an employer looks at each resume? Any answer? 1 minute? Do you think 1 minute he gives at one resume? 10 seconds, very nice. Very nice.
Second.
45 seconds. Let's see. Next one. How much time is there? Someone said 10 seconds. Who was the one? 15 seconds. Very good. So, if you are preparing a resume, the average employer looks at the resume for 10 to 15 seconds. Either by seeing your resume, he will take your interview in perfect manner or will toss it in the dustbin. Two things will happen. So it depends how you are preparing your resume, right? Till now, is there any question you want to ask anyone? Anybody would like to ask anything? Any question? No? Okay. So 10 to 15 seconds. This is the time they decide to either keep it or toss it in the bin. You can see the resumes are there, right? Next, the next one. Now, this is very important to understand. What is the purpose of resume? Without seeing there, you have to answer. And if you'll see there, I'll ask what do you understand by KSAO? Right? So what is the purpose of resume? Why do we need to make resume? Yes. Any answer? What is the purpose? Why it is required? Don't know? Let's see. The employer wants to see this last point, ASOS. We'll see what is this AOS, right? The goal of any good resume is to show that you are qualified candidate and you are right fit for that particular company, for that job role, for that whatever JD is given, right? The next, the resume motivates the employer to take your interview. If you're writing in that way, the employer will get motivated by seeing your resume. Getting this point? The next one. This is KSOS. If you want, you can write it down. These are the major things which the employer is looking in the resume. So K stands for knowledge. S stands for skills. A stands for abilities. And apart from that, if you have any other things to showcase, then O stands for other characteristics. Right? So this you need to understand. Knowledge, we understand whatever you are doing right now. Or in addition to this, whatever technical things you have shared, knowledge of that programming language. Then skills. These are the skills, some of the common skills. Don't have to copy paste, but you need to understand. Right? Skills. Then comes abilities. So building relationship skills is also one of the abilities which is required for sales profile. Is it or not? Building relationship with clients, right? If you want, you can note it down or you can take the snap of this. Shall we move ahead? Hello? Hello? Thank you. Next. Now, the first one. Now this is going to be the activity for you all, and you have to write it down, jot it down on your notebooks. Write a list of biggest academic honors you have earned till now, starting with your 9th grade. Just write it down on your notebooks. These include your honor roll recognition, essay writing awards. These are some of the examples. Freshman award, science competition, and like that. Write it down. I'll ask. 9th grade to till date. If you have achieved anything, you have to write it down. So I think for writing we don't have to talk. Writing is we have to write, no? While we are talking. Don't have to ask from your neighbor and then write. You have to write your achievements. Written? Figuring it out, thinking, right? See your achievements only, you're not able to think. Done? Okay. What you have written, please tell. Go ahead. Still writing. What you have written? Yes, white shirt. What? Still writing. What you are writing? That's what I want to know. Okay, sit. No worries. This side, girl. What you have written? Giving knowledge. What is the question? Academic honors we are talking about. Sit. Yes, what you have written? Why you asked me, sir? Yes, please, sir. Sit and tell. Don't worry. Nothing, you have written nothing. How many of you have written? Raise your hand. How many of you have written? Very good. What you have written?
We got first prize in programming conducted by Cyclops during SPU.
Very nice. Let's clap for him. Good. So, next candidate.
First class in Rashtra and Mathema in the exam.
Very nice. Let's clap for him. Similarly, you have to write, right? What you are thinking and don't know. Okay. The next one. Next slide. Step 2. Now understand this thing. This is very important. Maybe first step you have not written. This you have to write. So list your extracurricular activities. Now what all things will include in this I am giving you? It will include your club you belong to, class offices you have held, sports, band, yearbook and all the other non-academic activities which you are there in. Here in the college, right? Don't forget non-school related items such as volunteering at a nursing home, for example, and jobs you have worked, right? So now write down these things. You must be You must have participated in many club activities, right? Do we have clubs here? So you must have participated in that, right? Write down.
I don't know in writing what we need to talk. I'm not able to understand. Why you are talking? Just write it down. Don't have to discuss. I'll give you time to discuss also. There is one activity related to discussion. Over there you can discuss. Right? Right now you have to write it down.
Last 1 minute. This is called brainstorming. How much you can think? Written? Last 30 seconds. Written? Very good. Okay. How many of you have written? Raise your hand. Written? What you have written?
Swara Club, badminton, and voluntary college fest prevention 2020.
Nice. Let's clap for her again. Anybody else?
Volunteer, Swara Club and dance.
Love to dance? Please stand. Michael Jackson? Okay. No worries. Good. So this way you have to write these things, right? I tell you why we have written these things. That will come later on. Next slide. Now, understand, there are certain points that you need to remember while preparing resume. The first one is, remember the purpose, right? What is the purpose of preparing resume? What was the purpose? Just now I told you. Sorry? To get recruited into the company, right? To crack the interview. In layman language, we can say. This is the main purpose of preparing good resume. To crack the interview. But only preparing resume will not help you unless you are confident and you have good communication skills while facing the interviews, right? But this is the first step to get selected in any of the companies in interview. To win an interview invitation and then to sell and showcase your stability, suitability. Now understand one thing. Suppose there is no campus drive, you are applying your resume with the help of email, right? We'll learn email etiquettes also today. I'll tell you how to draft a perfect email. Before that, suppose you are applying with the help of email, right? To any company. Let's suppose you are applying to any edtech company, Byju's, right? Now, if you are applying over there, in Byju's for the same profile, and at the same time, n number of people are applying for the same job, right? You are also applying. But it depends how well you have prepared your resume, then only the shortlisting committee will go through your resume, else they will not go through your resume. Understand this thing, because n number of people are applying. They don't have that much time to go through all the resumes. Getting this? Hello? Great. So, unless it is a campus or walk-in and you already have the interview opportunity, the resume will initially be scanned. Now, that scanning process, when it is done, over there you need to have good resume. Then only it will be sorted out by the junior level staff or anyone, the one who is going through your resume. The next one, this is the first one. Second, now this we are talking about if you are applying online, right? So 30 to 60 seconds is the time which they look at your resume. And then they shortlist, right? Online. Offline, what was the time when you are going in an interview? 10 to 15 seconds. But in online, 30 to 60 seconds they take and they go through your resume. And then, if it is the best fit, they forward it to the manager, recruitment manager, right? The next purpose is to provide self-portrayal. What do you understand by self-portrayal? Your self-worth, about yourself, right? So, whatever you have written in the resume, we think that very difficult questions are asked in interviews. But let me tell you, most of the questions which will be asked in interview will be from your resume. Whatever you have mentioned in the resume, most of the questions will be asked from that part only. So if you are well versed with those things, then very easily you can crack any interview. That is why preparing resume is very, very important. Getting this? The next one. Now, as I told you that you have to make resume for one page only. Try to stick to make it for one page. But if you have lots of skills to showcase, it can be of 2 pages also. But avoid very long resumes. The reason behind that is the timing. In person and online. I told you, they don't have time to go through each and everything you have mentioned. Right? So, you need to follow KISS technique. What is KISS technique? KISS. What is that technique? Tell to me. What is that technique? Knowledge? No. Keep it short and simple. What is KISS technique? Keep it short and simple. Right? You need to follow that. So, it should be concise and crisp resumes. For freshers, minimum 1 page, maximum 2 pages. I have already told you. For more experience, 2 or 3 pages. Right? Depends on number of experience, but that is not going to be called as resume. That will be called as CV. Very nice. The more the information, the better it is a wrong motion in resume writing. Understand this thing. The more information you are giving and the more better it is, you are wrong. It should be following which technique? KISS technique. Keep it short and simple. Right. So neither too short nor too long. Right? We'll understand what all things we need to write. Now again, this thing, misspell words, grammatically wrong, incomplete, unclear sentences create poor initial impression. So understand, if you are writing something which is incorrect or grammatically it is incorrect or spelling is wrong, if you are applying it in online mode with the help of email, the one who is there in that particular committee, those who scan your resume, they will not scan by themselves. They use some software to scan. And software will automatically catch if you have any grammatical error or spelling error. Right? And automatically they will remove your resume. They will not read anything from there. So softwares are there to check those things. So these things should never happen. So for that, what we need to do after preparing the resume? grammatical mistake. If we are not able to do that, if again it is wrong, then what we should do? We should talk to our superiors, get them corrected, right? Whatever we have mentioned in the resume. We should talk to the superiors, the one who is well experienced. How many of you know about Grammarly? What is Grammarly? What is Grammarly?
Sentence formation, sir.
It is an application which provides sentence formation, corrects our grammatical errors, right? So you can use Grammarly while preparing your resume, right? Next one. Now whatever you are preparing in the resume, it should tell about you, right? Many times people do copy paste and then they go to the interview. So interviewers, they are having lots of experience of taking interviews. At one stage, they will very easily understand that you have copy pasted from the other candidate. So whatever you are writing in the resume, it should tell about you, right? So resumes have their own language. Resume speak, very important. Use of personal pronoun is avoided. This is again very important. Using I, my, right? We'll understand what all things we need to avoid, right? Now, there is nothing wrong with putting the best possible shine on your resume, but do not lie, do not bluff, do not use false things in the resume. If you have good leadership quality, write it down. If you don't have, don't write. If you have good communication skills, write it down. If you don't have, don't write. If you are writing even one thing wrong in the resume, the interviewers will know that thing very easily. And again, you will be fired from that interview. You think that? Very nice. The next is avoid hi-fi languages, right? What we do is, we think that if we are using hi-fi languages, then we will become much better in English. This is wrong. Can anyone define what is fluency? What do you understand by fluency? Anyone from the class would like to define what is fluency? If I am speaking very fast English and you are not able to understand, am I fluent? Why not? Very fast English is fluency, no? It should be understandable, very nice. One. What is the second thing? Whatever you are speaking, you should speak with confidence. 2. 3. Without. Sorry? Simple. Okay. Understandable is simple. Correctness. 3. Without using pauses and fillers, you have to speak. Now, what do you understand by pauses and fillers? Right? These are pauses. Or if you are using any Telugu word in between while speaking, pauses, fillers. That is filler. If you are giving pause for a long time while speaking, pauses, right? And if you are using pauses and fillers, that means you are not fluent while speaking. So 3 things comes under fluency. 1, it should be understandable. 2, you need to be confident. 3, without using pauses and fillers. Then only you are going to be fluent in front of interviewer. And these 3 things are required once we are facing any kind of interview, right? So, you don't have to use hi-fi languages. Then, the cover letter. We'll understand how to write cover letter. Along with resumes, cover letters are also very important. Can anyone tell me what is the cover letter? What do you understand by this term, cover letter? So if I am saying along with resume, cover letters are also important. What is a cover letter? We'll understand the format of cover letter today. But my question is, what do you understand by cover letter? Any of what? Yes. Anyone from the class would like to answer? Okay. Understand. Whenever we are applying, right? Excuse me. Thank you. Whenever we are applying for any job, right? Along with the attachment of that particular resume, we need to write something in the mail. Those things which we are going to write in the mail so that the recruiter should know what we are writing and why we are sending the resume. That is called cover letter. Right? What are things we have to write? We will know. Next one. Signature. Now understand. If you are applying your resume online, signature is not that much required. But if there is placement drive in your campus, the company is coming in the campus, right? Then your signature is required along with the date. Getting this? So, do not forget to put signatures at the end of the resume after declaration, right? Cover letter, 80% of students, they do forget. Then, we'll understand the standard format of resumes. Now this 12th point is very important. You need to put your photograph also on resume. Right? The photograph should be yours, not the neighbors, right? Because you are going to get selected in the company. And you have to put passport size professional photograph, not in t-shirt, not in funky look, right? It should be professional. This is professional attire, right? This is professional attire and passport size photograph. I'll tell you where to put that photograph, right? So a resume should preferably carry a color photograph in a formal dress, tie, suit, business suit in light color, so that photo could be attested and verified and look impressive. Professional photograph, right? This will not help you. Okay, next. Now, preparation, how to prepare a resume. We get to know many things about that. Two things are very important. One, know yourself and know the position you are applying for. Right? One, know yourself and know the position you are applying for. Then relate the things. Whatever skills you have is that relating to the position you are applying for. Relate the things. Right? Position means job role. The next. Now, for knowing yourself, ask one very important question. How can I target my resume to the company I am applying for? That is the same thing which I told you. Skills related to that company, area of interest, your hobbies, everything which is related to the job profile, right? Then next, prepare an inventory of your skills, accomplishments, education, goals and experience. Right? Next, know the position. Now, how you will know the position? How you will come to know about the job role? So, see, I am telling you about resume preparation. Only preparation will not help you to get hired in the company. Before that, you need to do research about the company. You need to know things related to the company. You need to have complete information related to the company. Right? Then only you can go through these things. So if you are having information related to the company, you'll get the reviews also on Glassdoor, on Google, about each and every company. Right? So you can go through the review also. Now, what are things you have to go through? The first one is necessary skills desired qualification. Anyhow, the desired qualifications would be your qualification only, but you have to go through the necessary skills. Then required education and work experience of your internship, your project, right? Then your key values and job responsibilities, duties that you are going to perform. The next one. Now, understand this thing. Again, this is very important. 4 hours of resume writing. Right? If you want, you can write it down. 4 hours of resume writing. Isn't it important? Very important. 4 hours. The first one is related to the company's expectation, that is job requirement. What the job requires from you, that is related. Second is research. You have understood each and everything related to the job profile, related to the job description, related to the company, that is research. Then refreshing. It is very important to go with the flow. So we will understand what font size you have to use for preparing resume, right? And what quality of paper should be there, where you have to prepare, we'll do these things. Then readable, this is very important. Now, suppose you have prepared the resume, you got it corrected by your superiors, right? Before that, you have to proofread. What is proofread? What do you understand by the term proofread? What is proofread? Nobody knows? Go through the resume once again. See if any punctuation error is there, if any grammatical error is there, if any capitalization error is there. One biggest mistake which we people do is that individual I, which means man, we write in small letter. That is very wrong. We never write individual I in small letters. Understand this thing, right? Even if you are writing that I at the end of the sentence, or at the middle of the sentence, or starting, I will always be capital, right? So the last one is readable. It should be readable, precise and crisp. I told you, keep it short and simple, correct grammar and classification. These are the 4 R's. The first one is second, third, fourth. Very nice. Next. Now we are going to prepare resume and we'll see what all things will come under resume preparation, right? So the first thing is contact information of whom? Ours, not the neighbors, right? Many times we have given in the contact information, we have given the information related to our parents. But here we have to give our contact information. Can anybody tell me why we have to give our contact information? What is the reason behind that?
We're selected for the written response.
If you are selected, if your resume is shortlisted, they will contact on the same number which you are providing. So if you are providing your neighbor's number, you know what will happen, right? So you have to provide your own number, right? Contact information. Then your name in bold letters. Then your mailing address. Now your mailing address should be again professional. It should not be funky, right? For example, what is the name? So Kiran Tinkujia@gmail.com should not look like this, right? So mail ID should be professional. Then comes fax, that is not very important. Your phone number, that is done. Then resume objective. We'll see how to write the objective of resume. Then for a specific job or in specific field of employment. Next one. Then your educational details, right? Or if you've gone through any publications, awards, achievements, then employment history, internship, summer training. How many of you have done internship? Raise your hand. You people are done with your internship? Very good. Fine, good. So you can mention those things. We'll see how to mention. The next one. Now, special skills, right? Special skills. Hello? Feeling hungry? What is the lunch timing? 12:40. 12:30. See, what is the timing? I ask at the same time, right? But this is more important, right? Let's understand. So, special skills and training related to resume. So, as I told you, technical skills, then your work skills, language proficient, then organizational or leadership skills, sales skills, people or international. If you have any kind of certification, you can mention that also. And then professional membership, right? These are the things you can mention in your resume. Okay, so we are feeling hungry, so we'll do one activity now. And the activity is related to, okay, what is the pronunciation of POEM? No. It's poem. It is never poem. Right? We say poem, that is incorrect. It's poem. How many of you feel that you are good at, very good at pronunciation? Raise your hand. Let me see. Very good at pronunciation. No one? Oh my God. Okay. So, let me ask you. I'll spell the word, you have to give the pronunciation of that word. Okay? The word is, it is for everybody. Let's see how many of you can give the correct answer. ASTHMA. What is that called? ASTHMA. What is that called? Asthma. Asthma. Okay. Anyone else would like to try? Okay. Now understand, we say asthma, that is incorrect. The correct pronunciation is TH is silent in that. Now say asthma is the correct pronunciation, right? Let me ask you one more, and you will tell me, right? And giving the spelling of the word, you have to tell me the right pronunciation. It's common word. PLUMBER. What is that called? Plumber. Plumber. Is it plumber? How many of you say plumber? Raise your hand. Okay. So, how many of you know the correct pronunciation? That is wrong. Yes. Say. It's plumber. It's not plumber. D is silent. Who told plumber? Name? Girl, that girl.
She will get a jacket.
Very nice. Let's clap for her. Good. Let's clap for the girl. Very good. Okay. Should I ask the next one? Should I ask the next one? Amazing. Okay. The next one is again it's easy, but again it is related to disease. Let's see. The spelling is, you will tell, okay? The spelling is Dengue. What is that called? Dengue? Dengue. How many of you said that it is dengue? Raise your hand. Nobody says? That is wrong pronunciation. What is the correct pronunciation? Who will tell me? Yes. Dengue is the right pronunciation. Very nice. Girls are very smart here, see? Boys. Okay. So this will continue. Now, so as I told you, it is not poem. What is that? Poem. We'll recite one poem, that is one activity we are going to do, and we'll refresh ourselves. Okay? Before starting that poem, it is written by me, and you will love while reciting that poem. Understand one thing. Before starting that poem, we will be knowing certain things because we have to perform that with the help of actions, right? So for hill, how you will denote hill? Through actions. Hill. This is hill, right? Bird. Bird. No, this is fish, right? Egg. Egg. This is egg. How many of you love to eat egg? Egg. Vegetarian. Vegetarian. Pure vegetarian. You are there. Non-vegetarian like me? Very nice. Good. Nest. How you will denote nest? Nest.
This is nest. Nest.
Right? Nest. Ground. How you will denote ground? This is ground. Right? Okay. So first I will speak the same way you have to speak with action. Right? The same thing with action, the same way. And everybody needs to participate in this activity. Let's start. There was a hill on the ground. Come on. One voice should come. The way I am speaking, the same way you have to speak, right? I'll remove this mic and then we'll speak.
There was a hill on the ground. We don't have to laugh. We have to do the activity, right? Later on we can laugh. Yes. There was a hill on the ground. Hill on the ground. And the ground was never be seen. There was a tree on the hill. Hill on the ground. Hill on the ground. And the ground was never be seen. And the ground was never be seen. Backbenchers. Today we have asked. Yes. There was a nest on the tree. Tree on the hill. Hill on the ground. Hill on the ground. And the ground was never be seen. There was an egg on the nest. Egg on the nest. Nest on the tree. Tree on the hill. Hill on the ground. And the ground was never be seen. There was a bird on the egg. Egg on the nest. Egg on the nest. Nest on the tree. Tree. Tree on the hill. Hill on
Perfect, very nice. Good. All right. So now I think that hunger is more increased, right? Yes, all right. So we'll have break, lunch break, and at sharp 2 o'clock we'll meet over here. Okay? Thank you, class.
దీన్ని కొట్టుకొని వెళ్ళిపోతాను